Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I am going to be sharing with you all of my completed pages and whips for the month of August. I got quite a few done again this month. I was pretty proud of myself. It's mostly in part to all of the buddy colors that I had this month, so I wanted to give a big thank you to all my buddy colors. I will be adding in their pictures and giving them individual thanks as we go along, but just thanks again to everybody that reached out and to anybody that I reached out to that decided to buddy color with me. So yeah, so I'm going to show you in my, what is this called? My coloring planner, my creative companion, just kind of what so here's all the pages I started and finished. I believe I have everything written down. And then just a bunch of other notes and stuff that I like to take. I've been doing a little bit of an extra little design each month for my pages, for my creative companion. It's just really helped me kind of just get into using this a little bit more. So when it's pretty, I like to use it. So if you are interested in maybe seeing how I set up September's, let me know in the comments below and I will make a video about that. Okay, yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to set this off to the side and that way I'll have my notes handy. Okay, I want to start with the whips. I only have a couple of whips. So the first one is in Fantasy Realm. This one I really wanted to get done, but I got the marker base done. And then I'm going to be adding pencil over top of that, but I really thought that these were fun colors and it kind of goes into the theme of the next couple of months. You know, I'm going to be doing a lot of fall and Halloween pages, so I feel like I can continue this over into the next couple months. I do like the way that it looks so far and excited to add in some shading on that one. And then I also have several whips in nope, not Aquatic. Oh, I do have one in Aquatic. This is the one that I really wanted to get this one done this month. I just couldn't. I have been, the past couple days, I've been trying to catch up to some that I missed due to being sick because I was unable to color or whatever, but yeah, this is as far as I've gotten. I did a few of these things on camera on a weekend whip, and I did a couple more tentacles, but that's really been about it. So I really want to finish this though. So this is definitely what I'm going to keep working on. I will miss the lovely Nirma Colorings lavender hair color along, but you know, that's how it goes. I do like the fact that I'm going to have the lavender hair in there though, so yeah, so that one is a work in progress. And then I have several in animals. I do have one completed page in here, but I have a couple of whips as well. So I started that one, which was one of the ones that I had shown you at the beginning of the month. I really like all the blues and greens. I think it's going to be really pretty with a nice blue, watery background. And then I am a little concerned about how I'm going to color all these hidden objects. I haven't decided that part yet, but I might, like, since this guy's going to be brownish, brown colors, I'll probably stick with brown tones in there, and we'll see if that goes well. And then I don't want to show you the finished picture. I did a little bit more on this page. I had originally just had the elephant colored in, but I went through with some water-based markers and added in all of that stuff. I thought that was really cute. And then this one, which I kind of lost, I had a really awesome idea, I thought. This one I was really excited to color, and then I started coloring it. I didn't love the way that it was turning out, but I don't know. We'll see. That one's a possibility to finish up. And then these other whips in here are ones that I had already had in here. So, but yeah. Okay, so now on to the finished pages. So my first one for the month was a buddy color with the lovely Megan from Disney Meg's Coloring, and I will, we did the owls page in the second tale from Aerie, so I did this one, and I really had a lot of fun with this. I used some Inktense, Black Widows, I used my Cosmic Shimmer watercolors, and yeah, just really had fun with this one. I really like the color scheme. I kind of pulled color from this little girl's shirt and kind of started with that and then just went from there. I wanted it to be another kind of fantastical tree. And yeah, so I do have some greenery on here, but mostly it's all purples. And then I just really wanted some kind of fun, fancy background, and that's what I ended up with. I really like it. I do like that there's some shine on the page as well. I'll kind of move it closer so you guys can see a little bit, but yeah, really like the way the background turned out on that one too. And I will post Megan's page here on screen as well. She did such a cute job. She said she followed, I think she said a Chris Chang tutorial, which I love the way that Chris Chang colored this page. So she did awesome. It looks beautiful. This one was one that we were supposed to finish in July, and she finished hers in July, but I was a little behind, so I finished this right at the beginning of the month. Wanted to say again, thank you, Megan, for being patient with me. So there is that one from the second tale by Aerie. Next I have, we're going to kind of go a little bit out of order. I have this one from Beauties, Coco Wyo Beauties, which I finished, and it's the pirate page. If any of you have seen my Coco Wyo flip-throughs, you know that I kind of tagged this as I was going through. I was excited to find a pirate page in this book, and I'm really pleased with how she turned out. I was a little worried at first, but I think she turned out really cool. I do have a few little gold embellishments here and there on her earrings, necklace, her bodice here, little touches of gold on some of the jewelry or the treasure over here, and then there's one little gold tooth on the pirate flag. But yeah, I did alcohol marker as a base pretty much everywhere, and then I used colored pencils on top, Prismacolors, and just really had a lot of fun. But yeah, I think she turned out pretty cool. I like her a lot. So there is that one from Coco Wyo Beauties. The next one I did was just a fun, this was just a fun little one. I got this book and I adore it. I mean, I've got like 50 things flagged here to color. I just had so much fun coloring in this, and this is the page that I did. You guys might have seen this one in my recent Chameleon Angel Cova flip through. I used alcohol markers, a little bit of, I used Sioux Color pencils to do a little bit of shading. I added some gold stickles, or yellow stickles, I think. Yellow stickles on the corn and this flower up here. And then, yeah, I did a little bit of a cow print on the letters, which turned out really cute. I tried to add, I'm going to hold it up close. I tried to add in some like little wheat shapes or something in the background. I didn't love the way that looked, so I only did 2 on each side. I feel like maybe I could have done some more things sticking up, but I think it's cute the way it is. I really like it. I like it a lot. And I'm excited to do more in this book. I have, like I said, so many different ones flagged to color, and it's just going to be fun. I love this book. And that is 50 Farmer Miniatures. The next one I have is another one that was kind of just for me. I started this one because I didn't really have any llama pages finished in this. So this is A Million Llamas by Lulu Mayo, and I did, well, that's to mark another page. I did this one. So this one I used Sioux Color pencils. and really had fun with those. I just kind of made a mess in the background there. I don't know, I just had fun. And I did end up using some Tombow markers as well as a base for some of the birds. I can't remember what else I used it as a base for, but I think that was pretty much it. And then I used the Sioux color pencils. I did use some Gamsol to kind of blend out the background a little bit. I have some stickles here and there on the stars here, on this little character that she has in all of her books. And yeah, just really had a lot of fun coloring this page. I kept it to a pretty limited color palette, so just blue, pink, purple, and black. And yeah, I just like it. I like it a lot. And the Sioux color pencils I really enjoyed working with in this book. So that is good. Good to know for when I'm coloring my next page. So there is my Lulu Mayo page for the month, and that is in A Million Llamas. Okay, the next one. This is another one that I did just kind of for me, and I did not post this one on Instagram either. So this is Nice Little Town 6, and I did this Night Sky one. I just thought this was so cute. This was the one that I had kind of flagged at the beginning of the month to color. I had started the background. If you guys remember, I'll put a picture of what it looked like when I showed you at the beginning of the month. And then I kind of transformed it into this. It was nice to have that base layer to work off of, and then just to kind of add all these different colors on and do my best to try to get some kind of galaxy type sky. Really enjoyed this. I gave him some little pajamas. He's up on the roof in his pajamas with his fancy telescope looking at the moon and the stars. There's some gold Sparkle Pop pen, some silver Sparkle Pop pen mixed in and around. And then I did use my Cosmic Shimmer watercolor paint for the moon here. But everything else is alcohol markers and Prismacolors, I believe. Yeah, Prismacolors. So I just really liked this page. It was super fun to do. And then the next page I did, this was actually a group buddy color, was this one. This one was put together by Jamie's Coloring Love. And there were several people that participated. That's the word I want. There are several people that participated in this color-along. So if you would like to see those, you can look up the hashtag, and I will put that on screen here so you guys can check that out if you want. I did alcohol marker again with this page, and then Prismacolors on top. Had so much fun. I drew in this rug in the background. Yeah, I just loved it. I loved working on this. It was really fun. I wanted to keep things kind of primary colors, but not, super bright in your face primary colors. So I kind of toned down some of the reds. I toned down the blue instead of it being like this bright blue. I've got like this navy blue here. And then used the colors that I've used up here, kind of spread throughout the little mice students. And then also up here in the flowers and the sky. But yeah, I really, really like the way that this one turned out. So I have 2 more done in my Nice Little Town 6, which I'm super happy about because that means I've got, a couple more now done in this book that I want to finish eventually. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 done. And that's pretty cool. I'm excited. And then I will be picking my next one. I'm going to color one kind of more fall into summer themed. So I'm looking at this one, and I think this one. These 2 were the ones that I had my eye on for next month. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and flag that because I like both of those. So, yep, there we go. So that is Nice Little Town 6. The next one I have was a buddy color. This one is with Jody, right? Yeah, Jody from J.I. Colorist. So we did this one on this side, and I really loved working on this page. I don't have any shiny anything on it, but really liked the way my background turned out. I did use Black Widows, I believe, a little bit of Tombow marker, a little bit of Crayola marker, and then yeah, just Black Widow shading everywhere. So the Black Widows did do my background here, and then all the shading on top of my markers was Black Widows as well. And I used those because I had used some Black Widows on this side, and I knew which colors I needed to bring over from, I wanted to kind of transfer some of those colors over. So you can see they kind of have similar color dresses. The berries look very similar. These flowers look almost identical. And then these big leaves are all kind of the same color. And then I wanted to bring in some of like the oranges and the yellows and this like pinky peachy color. So I kind of tried to put some of those in the background a little bit. But yeah, I really like the way that came out, and I like the way these two look together. So, and then I did have, so since I have like this little design around the dragon here, it's real hard to see, but I do have a little bit of a white pattern between the little girl here and the little bug. So I'm hoping that it comes across a little bit. I probably should have put like sparkles or something on it, but I just really liked how soft and subtle it was. So yeah, so that is mine. I will put Jody's on screen here as well. She did such a good job. And if you guys could if you could say some prayers for Jody, I'm sure she would appreciate it. You can visit her Instagram page to kind of find out what's going on with her. But yeah, that is that page. Thank you so much, Jody, for coloring with me. I really appreciate it. So there is that page from Botanicum. The next page I have is in Magical Dawn. This was a buddy color with the wonderful Deb, and I will be linking everybody's Instagrams and all their social medias below in the description if you guys are interested to check them out. But Deb and I did this page together, and I will go ahead and put Deb's on screen too. I love the way that she used, oh, and we did have a color palette, so I will have that on screen here too for you guys to kind of see how we each used our the color palette. I love the way that Deb used the color palette. She made sure to use all the colors. She did just a wonderful job, and it was very, she used, you can see all of the colors is kind of what I'm trying to say. And then on mine, the only thing that I kind of really did is the eyes and the leaves are kind of that blue and green color that's on that color palette. And then I tried to do a darker purple in the background, but it ended up turning into this almost the same color as the hair. So my pink and my purple kind of overlap a little bit, but I still think it looks pretty. I'm really pleased with the way that this turned out. I used Crayola water-based markers for the leaves and the hair, I think, and then used Inktense in the background, Black Widow pencils on top for all the shading, some silver Sparkle Pop pen for the jewelry, and some little dots around her eyes and on her face. And then in the background, I also used the, I don't know if that's Stickles. I don't think I wrote this down. It's either Stickles or my, I don't know, I think it was one of my Art Spirits watercolors. And I just kind of painted the glitter over top of that. And I do have also the Stardust Jelly Roll Clear on her hair. So she's got a couple of shiny bits in her hair. So I'm hoping that you guys can see all that sparkle and shine. I really had so much fun doing this page. Yeah. And I was happy to have another page done in this book, which is also another one that I want to color eventually, finish eventually. So thank you so much, Deb, for coloring with me. That was our buddy color in Magical Dawn. The next one is in, I'm going to try to say it, Meine Reise durch Europa. I don't know. I probably rolled R's. Anyway, it's this beautiful book by Rita Berman, which is one of my favorites. I had recently featured this in my Books That Need a Little Love video. So it's basically some of my favorite books that I don't color in or haven't colored in yet. And this was one of them. And I had wonderful people reach out to me almost immediately saying, hey, I just saw your video. Why don't we do a buddy color? And maybe that'll help. And it was the perfect little nudge I needed to get started in this book. So I did a buddy color with the lovely Imogen from Coloring Kid, and we picked this page, which I adore. Now I'm going to raise this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. I know it's pretty far away. So yeah, this is the page that we did. Oh, and I'm going to put Imogen's on screen as well. She actually did the 2-page layout, which is gorgeous together. I wish I would have taken the time to do that. But I just felt like I had too many other buddy colors to have another page that was not a buddy color. So yeah. So this is the one that we decided to go with. And I really wanted something soft and fun and a little different for a Rita Berman page. And so I went with the pastel colors. And this is all Prismacolor. And I love that I was able to get such fun pastel colors with just the Prismacolors. Like I didn't need any special pencils to get these colors in here. I do have a little bit of the Artistro, like a peachy pink paint pen over the clouds lines. I have a tiny little bit of gold and silver Sparkle Pop pen kind of spread throughout on the page. I'm hoping you can see some of that. And then just really wanted to have something fun in the background, just a fun sky. I don't know really what I was thinking. I was just kind of coloring and just went with it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Imogen, for reaching out and offering to do a buddy color with me. And then also the lovely Bee also reached out to me. So we have a buddy color planned for next month, which I'm excited about too. So yeah, so that is my page, my very first page done in the Europa book from Rita Berman. Okay, so the next few books are all mythographic books. I had a good mythographic month. I'm glad that I kind of focused on that. It was really kind of just what I needed to, I just felt like those books were so neglected. So I'm glad that I put that on the video, and I'm glad that I had several people reach out to me for buddy colors. So the first one was in animals, and this was a buddy color with the lovely Bee. And I will put her page on screen as well. I love the way that Bee's turned out. If you guys don't follow her on Instagram, you totally need to. She's so talented, and the pages that she's been doing recently have just been gorgeous. I really love the way that she did her hidden objects on her page. Yeah, I decided to do just kind of a different color palette than what I normally do. Like I still have the pink in there, but I knew I wanted an orange carrot. But other than that, I didn't really know. So I just kind of went with, I just started grabbing some colors that I thought would maybe go with the orange. So I have like this orangey yellow color, and then the pink I kind of threw in there last minute just to kind of see if it would work. I did use quite a bit of alcohol markers, as you can see here. I had a watercolor base on the rabbit, and then used my Black Widow pencils on top, and then used Black Widows to shade the rest of the page. I did use my Cosmic Shimmer, was it the Cosmic Shimmer? Yeah, Cosmic Shimmer copper colored watercolor paint for some of the hidden objects and like details on the flowers and like these little bits and pieces, and yeah. So like all of the hidden objects have a little bit, except for the carrot and the ice cream cone, I guess. But all of them have a little bit of that copper color. So I even dotted some on the frog here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but and then in the background I I did a base layer. Again, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, but I'm going to hold it close, so hopefully that'll show up. I did a base layer of chalk pastel, and then I used a stencil over top and then came back through with a darker color and just wanted a really soft, subtle pattern in the background that kind of faded into the bunny, and I think that I did that. I think I got that overall look. But yeah, really, really enjoyed doing this page. Yeah, thanks so much, Bee, for coloring with me. So that was our buddy color in Mythographic Animals. This next one was not a buddy color, but it was one that I had been putting off for a while, and I finished this one. Now, I got a little frustrated partway through because if you remember, I did not, or if you can remember, I don't know, I did not have any of the hidden objects whited out, like at all. I just had them kind of, so you can kind of see a couple of them here. So up in the corner here, this music note. And then over here, you can kind of see a little bit of the bow and arrow. That's kind of how I had it. I just kind of continued lines where I thought they needed to go and then colored the entire, just colored right over it like they weren't even there. But I did not like the way that that looked in the water or in the sky here. Although I still wasn't able to completely cover up these little pieces. So this was a comb here. It worked well on the tree and on the mountain, but the blue for some reason would not color over top of that. And then in the water, you can still see several bits and pieces of things, but it's not as bad as that one part right there in the sky. It just drives me nuts. But yeah, so I decided that I wanted some pink dolphins. I just thought it was really a fun idea. I used, what did I use on this one? Let's see. I used a lot of Tombow markers on this. I used the Tombow markers initially as like a watercolor and then came back over top with pencils and then used Tombow markers for everything else. And then, yeah. Then I added some fun watercolor paint to the water here. Really like the way that that sparkles. And then on the clouds as well. And then use some stickles on some of the big sparkles around the shiny pink dolphins. But just, yeah, really, really enjoyed the way that that turned out. So there is another one done in my Mythographic Paradise. These next ones are all buddy colors. So this one will have just been posted recently on Instagram. This was another buddy color with Megan from Disney Meg's Coloring, and I will post her page here as well. This one I put this off. I kept putting it off because I was like, I know I want a pink flamingo, but I want it to be a little different, just a little, and I wasn't quite sure how to do that. So I just decided to make everything pink. So I had a pink flamingo, pink flowers, a little pink in the trees, pink on the scarf and the dress, and a little bit in her hair, and the whole background pink. And then I tried again as well to replicate my background that I used from the Botanicum page. And I used my Black Widows and kind of blended things out. Wanted some creams in there because I wanted these nice swirls to be all gold and then have some gold accents in these other snowflakes and the little dots everywhere on the page. I do have some stickles on all of the snow. And then I use my Cosmic Shimmer watercolors on the big snowflakes and the swirls and the little snowflakes. And just really enjoyed that. Got a lot of use out of my ivory Posca pen, which I really enjoyed using that. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this one. It was really fun to do. The only thing that I didn't love is, so I got out of the lines quite a bit when I was using my my metallic watercolor, and I did try to go back in with this teeny tiny 005 micron fine liner, but my hands were too shaky and I kept messing up the lines. So I finally just stopped and I'm just like, it's just going to be what it is. That's how it is. Like you can see on this snowflake right here, I've got things it's overlapped all of the lines, but, I don't care. It's beautiful the way it is, I think. And, yeah, that's it. That's how it ended up. So thank you so much, Megan, for being patient with me again. And thanks for doing another buddy color with me. So that is our page in Mythographic Wild Winter. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier too. The Aquatic page is a buddy color with A Cluttered Life here on YouTube and Instagram. The one with the black tentacles and stuff. But she's not done with hers either yet, so I don't feel so bad. Okay, so the next one is in Odyssey. This was a buddy color with Seljan, who is Star Art Shadow on Instagram. You guys should definitely check her out. She's super talented. And she did reach out to me and say that she was not finished with her page yet, and that's totally fine. She's got a lot going on with school and different things, and I told her, I was like, school comes first, 100%. But I was so happy with this page and the way that it turned out. I did not want to not share it with you guys. So we did this beautiful kind of lost city page. Kind of gave me El Dorado vibes. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that old cartoon animated movie. El Dorado is so good, and I love the way that this turned out. It's so fun. I used some alcohol markers. What did I use? Let me see. Yeah, a few alcohol markers, some Crayola markers, and then Prismacolors on top. And then I'm going to kind of show you some of the inspiration images that I found for this page, because I just had so much fun doing it. And then I did use my gold sparkly watercolor from the Art Spirits on the temple in the background, and just really love the way that turned out. So I'm hoping that is coming across, because it's super fun. Super fun. And I love the way it turned out. I love this page. So I'm happy to have another one done in Odyssey. This book it's just stunning, and I love it. So now I have, I think, 3 done in this one. So I have that one, I have this one, and yeah, and that one. So yeah, they all turned out pretty different. But the nice thing about each of them, no, this one was all pencil. I was going to say I used multi-mediums on all of them, but this one's pencil. But this one had markers and paint and all kinds of different things on it. So yeah, I love these pages because you can do that. Since they're single-sided, you can use some alcohol markers and, get a lot of your page. So I had a lot of that page done with alcohol markers, and then just went over top with colored pencils. And it just really, really helped bring the page to life. So yeah, there is that one. I love it. That is in Mythographic Odyssey. So thank you, Seljan, for buddy coloring with me on that. I would not have probably done that page without having a buddy color set for that one. And then last but not least, I know I've been talking a long time. This is the final one, guys. This is Mythographic Voyage. This was the buddy color with the wonderful Coloring with Kay on Instagram and YouTube. And I did this one. And I'm going to share Kay's page here too. Now, I know if you head over to Kay's completed pages, you'll see that her page in all of its glory. It's kind of hard to see some of the reflective surfaces in just a photograph, but I know for sure that she's going to have so much pretty, shiny stuff on there. And so definitely head over to her YouTube channel to check out her completed pages and see her shiny page. And so on my shiny page, I totally used Kay. I just kind of channeled my inner Kay and was just like, all right, what would Kay do? And so I kind of mapped out places where I thought there should be some sparkle. So for sure, this dome and the telescope on the top definitely needed to have some sparkle in it. And then I thought probably the rooftop spire things would have some. And then the wheels, of course. And I think Kay and I both did similar things on that, which I thought that turned out really pretty. And then I knew I colored the background, the blues, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do for the leaves? I was like, I could do green, that would be fine. But I wanted this to kind of really be like a magical page again. So I was like, well, you know, yellow's not too far off. It's still a color that you would find in nature on trees. But yeah, I so hope that you guys can see that, the gold glitter on that, because it's just so fun. So I have the gold glitter watercolor paint from the Art Spirits on all of my leaves. So the leaves down the side and my trees up here, around all of my little fireflies. Just had so much fun with those. I do have a little bit of Cosmic Shimmer watercolor on those as well. And that was the Cosmic Shimmer watercolor is on my, or all my metallic pieces here. Then I also have a little bit of the Art Spirits. I can't remember what color it is. It's some kind of turquoise color, but I have that kind of on the water a little bit. So I'm hoping that you guys can see some of that as well. And then I did Prismacolors for all my shading. The house was really tricky for me. For some reason, I have such a hard time coloring houses and buildings. I don't know what it is, but I definitely used some inspiration images, which I will kind of show you one of them here on the side here. And it's not exact. It's not an exact copy, but it's similar. So I took a lot of the ideas from that page. So I did blue on my roofs, and I did these darker beams and a lighter building, and just kind of tried to use that as my basis. And then the only thing that doesn't really match are the little brickwork pieces, but I kind of toned it down enough that I think that it blends well enough in there. And then on the windows, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I did color them kind of like the sky. So they do have a few like little, like on this one here, you can see some of the lights from the dragonflies kind of flying around. But I just thought that gave it a neat look at the end. So yeah, so that is my buddy color with the lovely Kay from Coloring with Kay. I was so happy to have a buddy color with her. I think that's our first. I've been following her for so long and just have been so inspired by her work and all the shiny stuff that she puts on her pages. And so I finally was able to kind of channel that here. And that is my first page in Voyage. This was another one that I absolutely adore. I was just having a real hard time settling on a page. So I'm glad that we picked one and were able to do the buddy color. So that is all of my pages, friends. I know this is was a long video, and if you're still here with me, thank you so much for sticking around. And I hope that I had a couple people reach out and say that they really enjoyed this Mythographic month. So maybe down the road in a few months, I'll be able to pull these books out again and kind of go through that. But, because I did enjoy it. I had a lot of fun working in these. It was so fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.